Hey y'all, my name's Christina, and I want to welcome you to the Sacred Circle of Conscious Creation. This is a group that I was inspired to start. The inspiration came at the end of 2016, so we began in January, and we've been meeting twice a month on the new moon and during the full moon. We're using the moon cycles as part of our conscious creation, right? Using the energy of the moon to set intentions of the things that we're ready to create during the new moon, and then setting intentions during the full moon for the things that we're ready to release. So I've had some questions from folks who are thinking about joining, but they're wondering, wanting a little more details about what's involved, what Circle is like, what they can expect. So I thought I would make a video of kind of a sample Circle, at least some of the elements that we have during Circle. Obviously, we won't have the parts where we share and kind of offer each other support or just presence. No crosstalk, but we just are there as a loving presence for each other as we share. So what I want to do is just invite you to, if you need to press pause, you can go grab a journal or something to write with in case you want to take any notes after the meditation. I want to invite you to put your phone on Do Not Disturb and get the kids settled, whatever you need to do to have some time to yourself so that you can really turn inward and become fully present in this moment, and join me with some of these meditations and ritual that we use during the Sacred Circle gatherings. The gatherings are on Zoom.us, so it's a video conferencing platform, but it also has an option to call in. So we'll be there each time that we circle up. We gather on Zoom, but if you're away from your internet or your internet goes out or something, you can just call in on the phone as well and hear everything that's going on, and we can hear you. For anybody who can't make it to the live circle, if the new moon falls on a day that you're not able to join us for the live circle, the recording is posted in the secret group that we have for Circle members, so that as soon as the circle is done and I can get the video posted, you can tune in once the kids are in bed, or once you have some time to yourself, and just tune in at your leisure. All right, so if you haven't already, go ahead and grab your journal, get comfortable. You want to just have a spot where you can sit in meditation comfortably, and that's probably about it. So let's get started. So the first thing we usually do in Circle is, as everybody's gathering, I'll draw truth bombs for each person as they tune in. So what I thought I'd do is just draw a few truth bombs for anybody that's watching the recording. So you can decide which one of these is the message that you're needing to hear most right now. This first one is, what travels faster than the speed of light? And the answer is thoughts. And it's, yay, it's not backwards. All right. So this is something important to remember, right? And when we are aware that our thoughts create our reality, it's really important. Alrighty, so let's see what's next. May your new ideas feel like sunrise. I love that. So maybe that one is for you. And I'll do one more just so y'all can kind of get, if you haven't seen me draw truth bombs, or you're not familiar with Danielle Laporte's truth bomb deck. All right, analyze what inspires you. All right, so maybe that one's for you, or maybe all three were good messages for you at this time. Always important to pay attention to those synchronous kinds of moments. So after we do truth bombs, often we'll kind of check in with each other, just kind of give an update on anything, in our intentions and manifesting that, we want to celebrate and share with the group, or maybe something we're struggling with. And then I'll remind everybody to turn off their phones, which I've already done. And then it'll be time to open the circle. So I invite people to, have their own candle, maybe their own incense burning, or essential oils in the diffuser, just to create kind of a sacred space for you at your house. And I do the same thing here in order to prepare for circle. And so when we open circle each time, I usually light a candle, and this is not showing up, but yeah, so we just light the candle and open the circle. Tonight I'm going to open the circle with a grounding and centering meditation. So I'm going to start off with a poem, and then keep on going with kind of a guided meditation. So just go ahead and close your eyes and get comfortable. Begin to breathe deeply. Take some long, slow, deep breaths, coming fully into this present moment. And I'm going to read a poem by John Welwood. So just breathe deeply and let my words, or at the beginning it'll be John's words, just let these words kind of bathe over you. And, don't try too hard to figure it out. Just let them be what they are. So take a deep breath. Forget about enlightenment. Sit down wherever you are and listen to the wind that is singing in your veins. Feel the love, the longing, and the fear in your bones. Open your heart to who you are right now, not who you'd like to be, not the saint you're striving to become, but the being right here before you, inside you, around you. All of you is holy. You're already more and less than whatever you can know. Breathe out, look in, and let go. So as we continue with the guided meditation, just continue to breathe deeply and rest in this moment. Breathing slowly and deeply, long, slow, deep belly breaths. And these breaths can help you stay anchored in this present moment. They help you stay fully in your body. Fully aware of every feeling, both our emotional feelings and our physical sensations. Breathe and notice. Notice every tingle, every flutter. Notice every slight change and fluctuation of energy as it moves or doesn't move through your system. These bodies we have are receivers, not unlike a radio. And although they're not mechanical, they're every bit as capable of receiving and interpreting the messages that our body carries. These are messages of wisdom. Sometimes they're messages of warning. Sometimes they're messages of encouragement and guidance and unconditional love. And yes, there will be messages of fear. Those low vibrational emotions and feelings that we tend to push away. All of those feelings are messages every single one of them, is a blessed message from a higher perspective. So take a few more breaths as we meditate together. Just being in your body and observing and feeling whatever your body is bringing to your attention right now. If you need to ask for any clarity on the new moon intentions that you're going to be setting later, now is a good time to do that too. Just breathe and open to receive. So just focusing in the body and just noticing whatever feelings, physical or emotional, are coming up. And just opening to the messages that these feelings are bringing for you. And so now take a couple of more breaths as you come back to the space of the sacred circle. Take a breath of gratitude for whatever messages that you received. And grab your journal, and then I'll just let you press pause so that you can take a minute to write down any notes that you want to take about anything that came through for you during the meditation. So go ahead and press pause now. Okay, welcome back. So often after the first grounding meditation, we'll take a few moments to share, and so what I'll do is just go ahead and share as I normally would during this portion of the circle. The things that I wanted to talk about tonight, well, first thing I wanted to do was share kind of a milestone moment that just happened for me last night. Some of you know that I have a son with autism that is pre-verbal. That's one of the phrases that those of us with kids with communication challenges like to use that term, right? It's the instead of nonverbal, we like to say pre-verbal because you never know when those words are going to come, right? So anyway, he has a lot of challenges with verbal communication, and a long time ago, so he's 9 now, and I want to say when he was like 3, well, actually periodically over the years, but starting probably around age 3, I kept getting these messages from various places that part of his and my soul agreement was to for me to learn telepathic communication with him. And that's one of the reasons that he came into this body that has so many challenges with communication. So when I first heard that, it was kind of crazy. And then, as the idea kind of presented itself, again and again, getting my attention, it's been something that I've been more actively working on. And last night was really the clearest and best communication that I've ever received from him. And it was while he was sleeping, and that was one of the first things that he said was, it's important to do this while he's sleeping, for several reasons. But one of the reasons is that his physical body and his manifestation in the physical body is such a challenge for me. It triggers me, the fact that he has so many challenges and often suffers from his various symptoms, and that when he's asleep, it's much easier for me to get in the space of receiving, being open and receptive to whatever it is that his higher self is ready to communicate with me. And then another thing he said was, be sure and bring a notebook next time. So I'm going to try again tonight and take notes. So I just wanted to celebrate that moment because it's been a long time coming, and it's been quite a journey for me, just coming to accept that this was even like a real thing that would even happen, all the way to having glimpses of it. I do feel like I'm able to intuit kind of what he's needing and wanting sometimes when he's not able to get the words out, during his waking hours. But this is the first time that, I've really been able to receive kind of more complex communications from him. So yay. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about, this whole concept of listening to our intuition, whether we're listening for, a telepathic communication from someone else, or we're listening for our own inner guidance, or, our own guidance from source. It's kind of the same process, right? I've been working for a long time on hearing and following my intuition, hearing it clearly, being discerning in terms of, the messages that are coming through, and are they for me? Are they someone else's junk that I'm just picking up on as an empath? And so, part of the intention for this circle is for all of us to get in touch with our inner guidance, to get in touch with that divine part of ourselves, that divine spark that is in every person. And during the meditation, I talked about how the body is a receiver, and Bruce Lipton talks about it from a scientific perspective. He's a cell biologist, and he talks about the same thing, that the body is kind of like a device that is a receiver for the bigger version of ourselves, right? Our higher self that's non-physical, and a small part of that has become physically focused into this body. So yeah, our body is a wisdom receiving device, and part of our path in this life is learning how to use it, right? Learning how to fine-tune our receiver to clearly and accurately hear and understand all the messages. And one of the most powerful ways that I've found to really tune into that wisdom and to hear it clearly is to get in touch with my body, right? To get out of my head and get down into my body. So we do that a lot of times in circle. Every time we do it in the grounding meditation. But you can also do it through dance. You can also do it through any kind of exercise or movement practice. You can do it. You can do it through meditation, and that's kind of the typical way that people talk about doing it. But I think it's important to talk about the other ways, the more mundane, right, of the world. Um, we're living in these bodies. We're here. Um, a lot of us who are interested in spiritual matters and interested in developing our spiritual connection can often get really stuck in our higher chakras, right? In the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. When bringing our focus and bringing our attention and bringing our awareness down into the lower chakras and down fully into the body is often the most useful thing we can do in order to really tune in to whatever guidance is being offered. And then another thing that I think is important to remember is that it's not just the positive messages. It's not just the, kind of wise guidance that is a messenger. Every emotion, every feeling, every pain, every illness, everything that happens in our bodies is a reflection of something, right? It's as within, so without. Um, as above, so below, right? It's everything that's happening in our bodies is here for us for a purpose. And so I want us to remember that fear and some of those negative emotions that we would term negative emotions are messengers, blessed messengers, just as much as some of the happier, feel good emotions and feelings that you know that we notice, that we kind of come to understand our inner guidance trying to communicate with us. So one of the things that I've been noticing lately is when fear comes up, and that's the catch-all for all of the negative emotions, right? Everything that vibrates below hope on that emotional scale, which I can I'll post a link to that in the comments. But everything below hope in the emotional scale is a reflection of fear, that fear is present. So whether it's frustration or anger or shame or guilt or any of those, it's the root cause of those different emotions is a fear-based response to something that's happening. And that fear is a messenger that's telling you that the thoughts you're thinking, the things that are happening, the things you're observing, and the beliefs that you have about those things that you're observing are not true. Every bit of fear or pain in the body or negative feelings in the body, it's telling you that your inner being, that source, does not agree with the thoughts you're thinking, with the beliefs that you have about what's happening around you in this moment. So I talk a lot about fear, and we talk a lot about, when I say we, I mean, in the spiritual community, we talk a lot about how, fear is the unwanted condition and love is the wanted condition. And we just always need to focus on choosing love, right? But I think that does a disservice to folks that are, well, I think it does a disservice to all of us that it causes us to sometimes gloss over the fear or rush through those fear-based emotions. And a lot of times we really need to experience grief or experience anger or really experience frustration and let it all out in order to open to the messages that those emotions are bringing to us. Um, once I've expressed the anger, or once I've kind of, felt the guilt fully, um, then I'm able to have the wherewithal to stop and ask myself, okay, what are the thoughts that I'm thinking that are causing fear? What are the beliefs that I have, that about what I'm seeing or what I'm experiencing right now that are, creating this fear-based response in my body? And those have been some of the biggest breakthrough moments that I've ever had, is using that fear as a messenger, and honestly looking at, what am I thinking, what am I um, believing about the things that are happening around me, to that is causing this fear. And those are the keys to making the shift, right? um, I can, there are plenty of times when my internal guidance has given me, the good, positive, happy feelings to say, ding, 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 you're on the right track, keep going. That's, where you want, you're looking in the right direction. This is for you. um, that is a wonderful um, and blessed message for sure. um, but the fear, a lot of times, is the one that, gets your attention even more, right? That's the one that really grips us sometimes. um, and so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit tonight, because I think we do have a tendency to want to rush through those negative emotions to you know, choose the positive ones, when we are um, working on becoming more conscious creators of our realities. And I really want to encourage everyone to not miss the gifts of fear. So, yeah, after sharing time, we will move into our intention setting phase of Circle. And since tonight we're doing new moon, we want to, what we would do is everybody would create a statement around their intention. So during the new moon, we're setting intentions for what we want to create in our lives. And then we go through a little meditation to kind of get some more clarity on that. And then we do a balance on that statement, on that intention statement, in order to really get our subconscious mind in alignment with our conscious mind on this intention, and release, whatever limits we can release tonight for creating this new reality for ourselves. So some suggestions for your intention. You can use one of these, or you can just write whatever statement you want to write. But if you have an intention of something you want to create, see if any of these resonate with you. So you can use, I am worthy of blank, fill in the blank with your intention. I deserve blank. It is safe to da 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 da, right? Often when we're having a hard time manifesting something, if I back up with myself or with clients, if we back up to, wait a minute, we need to balance that it's safe to even do this, right? Because a lot of times we have beliefs, from lots of different things in childhood and in our early years, that created beliefs for us that it's not safe, to do certain things or to express ourselves fully. Some other phrases you can use: it is easy to blank. It is you can combine it. It is safe, fun, and easy to blah blah blah. And then I'll just share the one that I'm going to do tonight. So my intention for tonight is, I intend to serve Source as a conduit for the divine flow, receiving the pure love light and expressing it freely. So that will be the intention that I'll be balancing in a few minutes after we go through our clarification exercise. So if you need to pause the video, just go ahead and pause it and write down your intention. The main thing is you just want it to be in the first person and in positive, right? So avoid words like no or not. And so find a positive way to state it, and then also in the present tense. So not I will create these things, but my intention is to serve Source as a conduit, or my intention is, or I am worthy of, creating a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so go ahead and press pause, and then I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, so welcome back. All right, so we're going to get ready to do our sensory clarification for the subconscious mind. So what you're going to do is close your eyes and visualize your intention that as if it has already come true. So just go ahead and take a few breaths and bring that intention, bring yourself into the future moment where that intention is true, where it's already happened, you've already achieved it, it's done. And take a few breaths as you ask your higher self to show you, what will you see? What are some things that you'll see in your life when that intention is true? Once the intention has come true and it's done, checked off your list, totally happened, ask your higher self to show you what are some things that you'll see. And just be open to whatever visuals come to you. And then next, you want to ask your higher self, what will you hear once that intention has come true? So I'll just pause between each one and let you breathe and receive. Listen for the things that you might hear. It might be things that people say. It might be something you say to yourself. It might be random sounds. Just open to receive. And so next we're going to go to, what are the things that you might taste or smell once that intention has come true? So just open to receive any tastes or smells that your higher self wants to show you. And then next we're going to move on to feelings. So begin with the physical feelings that you're going to feel once your intention has come to pass. So open to feel any of the physical feelings that will mean that your intention has come true. And then next, we'll open to receive the emotions. What are the emotions that you'll feel? Will it be freedom? Will it be joy? Will it be, a sense of clarity? Will it be, what will it be? Open to feel those emotions. And once you kind of get the strongest one, really focus on feeling that emotion fully. So next we're going to go through the senses again, but we're going to ask our higher selves to show us, what does that emotion look like? What are some visual cues or clues that are attached to that emotion? What are some auditory cues or clues? What does the emotion sound like? And then lastly, we'll go for the feeling of that emotion. Where do you feel it in your body the most? If you could touch that emotion, What would it feel like if you touched it with your fingers? Does the emotion have any other qualities? Is it sparkly? Is it fluffy? Is it foggy? Is it just any other quality that comes to you? Just open to receive. And so once you've gotten everything that you feel like you're going to get, go ahead and open your eyes and write down any notes that you need to make, anything that you want to remember, any kind of interesting or weird things that you were shown during this meditation. So go ahead and press pause, write those down, and then. So normally after our sensory clarification meditation, we'll open it up to share a little bit if anybody wants to. And then after that, we will muscle test to make sure that everybody is, that it's in everyone's highest and best interest to, do this balance, go through with this intention. And usually we use a twisting balance, which is what I'm going to show you next. So the way that we do our twisting balance is you cross your legs. So if you're sitting in a chair, you can just cross the ankles, or you can cross your legs, one over the top, and you're just going to twist toward the top or the front leg. So whichever leg is on top or in front, you're going to turn toward that leg. Inhale tall and exhale as you twist. And then while you're in the twist, you're going to say your statement. So if it's, I am worthy of, creating a six-figure income. Say that's your intention. You would inhale, I am worthy of creating a six-figure income. I'm going to do that 3 times. So inhale, say the statement, I am worthy of creating a six-figure income. Finish the exhale one more time. I am worthy of creating a six-figure income. And then you do that 3 times silently. So inhale, and say the statement silently. Again, say the statement silently. So that would be one side, and then you'll switch the cross of the legs, and then turn toward the other side. So if you didn't do the other side with me just now a minute ago, go ahead and rewind. Do your statement 3 times on that side, and then we'll do it together on this side. So you inhale and exhale into the twist. So inhale. I am worthy of creating a six-figure income. I am worthy of creating a six-figure income. I am worthy of creating a six-figure income. So now 3 times silently. Inhale, say the statement, finish the exhale. And so once you've done that 3 times on each side, you want to uncross the legs. So you can either bring the soles of the feet together, or if you're sitting in a chair, you can just uncross and then bring the hands into prayer position, or you can just bring the fingertips together. And you just want to say the statement a couple of more times, however many times you need to say it till you feel like you really integrated it. And 3 or 4 times is plenty. You don't have to say it tons. Good, so you just say the statement silently, and then you're done with the balance. So then that's the time that we'll go ahead and muscle test everybody's statements. I'll just go ahead and do mine. I'm worthy of creating a six-figure income. Okay, so that's testing strong. So I am now worthy of that. That wasn't even something I had written down, but I guess that was something that Spirit wanted me to balance. Okay, so after our intention setting, we might share a little bit more if we have time and if people are feeling up to that. And then we have a closing ritual that we do each time at the end of circle. And I don't really want to do that one in this video because it's become pretty special, actually. To me anyway, it's become a very powerful way to really connect with each other at the end of circle. And so I want to invite you to join circle and experience that for yourself, when we have other folks, on the Zoom call, and those intentions are there and the energy is there. So what we'll just do tonight is take a moment of gratitude. So just take a deep breath, breathe in some gratitude, and exhale. And so just appreciate this time that you've taken for yourself, this time that you have let the outside world just, press pause on the outside world and become grounded and become centered in your own physical body, your own emotional body, and become centered in this present moment. The present moment is the only moment that ever exists. The future is just a creation of our minds. The past is just a memory. And so this present moment is the most powerful moment that we have for receiving guidance, for expressing our own power, for expressing the love and whatever it is that our soul is wanting to express. The present moment is the moment that we do that. So I just want us to really feel gratitude for the time and the space that we've taken for ourselves tonight to get grounded and get centered and to access the power of the present moment, to access the power of our own inner guidance and access the power of our higher selves communicating with us and giving us whatever messages we need to receive in this moment. So with that, I will say thank you for joining me for this little sample of our Sacred Circle of Conscious Creation, and I hope that you will consider joining us officially. You can message me if you have any questions. I'll put links to join below the video, and yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll go ahead and blow out our candle since we've closed the circle. So thanks again. See y'all next time.